Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video we will be unboxing and setting up the BOBOVR M3 Pro head strap compatible with the MetaQuest 3, which also comes with a battery for extended game time. Okay, so inside the box we've got the majority of the headset itself, the head strap. It folds out like that. This will extend the sides or tighten them, which you can do for your own comfort and best fit. I have this piece for the back of the head here. And this one. This is the battery pack. When in use, it's all magnetically clipped to the back. You may well have already heard a beep indicating that there's some charge within it, straight out the box. And we have the small USB-C style power cable to charge. In order to install, I'm going to want to take off these pieces here. Should just clip away there with only a small amount of force needed. As I've mentioned in other videos, if you're using a lot of force, there's a good chance you're doing it wrong and you run the risk of potentially damaging your equipment, which you definitely don't want to do. So again, for this side, a little bit of force, and only a very small amount needed for that to pop off nice and neatly. Going to want to take off this piece here as well. A little bit tight pulling through there, but it does come out nice and easily as well. Also going to want to take this face shield away here. This was a little less comfortable to do. You have 4 clips in the unit. Small amount of pressure going this way, holding your finger there, and again it doesn't take a lot of pressure to allow the clips to come away. One here and one here. This side is now loose and away. Turning over, we do the same thing from here, holding it nice and tight, and only with a very small amount of pressure it does clip away on that side and then on this side here. So again, not a lot of force needed. Please do be very careful with your own headsets. It would be a shame, considering how much we enjoy using them and the price points that they are, if you were to damage yours by doing anything incorrectly with too much force. So please do be careful. Okay, this is what we're left with. We're going to want to install the headset itself. So making sure the cable's out of the way, we have these two pieces here, that side and on that side there. You can see that this side here is where we have the charging connection, so we want to make sure this is the same side that we're using when we put it in. It'd be very easy and frustrating to install this upside down. So we'll try and line these two up at the same time. That side, always making sure we got the weight and full control over the MetaQuest 3 itself. Try not to touch any cameras or the lenses, and just sliding these in. I'm trying to use sort of equal pressure on each side to install it at roughly the same sort of rate, so it doesn't go on twisted too far on one side. It does feel a little bit fiddly, especially as I'm trying to make sure not to drop it. So a little bit of patience and persistence, and it should sit in nicely. It's possible I could move those a little bit further, but I'm quite comfortable with them as they are. And then the last piece we have is this little front strap here. Try to give you the best angle that I can. It's going to be somewhat fiddly to try and get through. A little bit of persistence. I can just catch it and hold it. And then attach it. Must admit, it was a little bit awkward to do, but got there in at the end. So that's now installed. Sits in place. Actually feels quite secure. There's a little charging bit at the top. Indicator light to show that there's some power in it. And then the strap here. So in a later video I hope to test it out and see how comfortable it is to wear and use. It's one of the things that I do really want to test out, is how much additional gameplay I can get with this extra battery here on the back. We have a couple of the other pieces. This part here is for comfort at the back of the headset. You have the two choices, either these parts on here, which I'm most likely to use myself, but you can replace them out with these as well. It's a case of just peeling off gently. Reattaching the new one as per your personal choice. And using whichever of the two you find most comfortable. And just stick with the ones that are in it to start with. So I believe for me that they may be more comfortable. I will give both of them a try later on. At the back of the headset we have 2 points here and here. with 2 connecting pieces here and on the other side. Again, nice and handy, they do label it right and left. Do find those slightly harder to clip in. A little bit of pressure, again not too much, and then clip in using these side bits. Okay, after a little bit of persistence, that has sat in. That should make it a little bit more comfortable on the back of the head. You can choose to leave the face plate, the face shield off, this one, but for me personally it's something I would prefer to keep on. So I'm going to put it back. Make sure you have this part lined up for the nose. And again, you don't want to be using too much pressure. You should feel it click in nicely. And for me, that's 4 clicks. And a nice secure fit. So this is the BOBOVR M3 Pro head strap with battery. Thank you very much for watching, and happy gaming.